I know you weren't on the endorsement. Can you tell me more about why, how that happened?
Yes. The California Democratic Party has bylaws, and the bylaws for the last 8 years, I believe, provide that when an incumbent is running again for the same office, that the incumbent is automatically endorsed by the party. I am highly opposed to that. I believe people running for office should have to run on their record and should earn endorsement. They should not get an automatic endorsement. In fact, this year there were endorsements of people who are now accused of sex harassment, including Tony Mendoza, who actually resigned.
Yes.
And he was endorsed with using this automatic endorsement device. The only way to challenge the automatic endorsement is if the challenger goes out and collects signatures of 20% of the delegates in the district affected.
Correct.
What happened with me, and I want to talk to you about one other candidate, what happened with her. What happened with me is I collected enough signatures, doing the math, based on a list of delegates that was sent to me by the California Democratic Party. I paid $350 to register as a candidate. They sent me a list with 182 names on it, and the cover letter with that said, "This is the final list. It's not going to change." I collected 20% of 182 people. I turned it in by the deadline on January 17th. 2 days later, I heard from the party that said, "You did not, your challenge was unsuccessful. Your challenge to the automatic endorsement." I said, "How's that possible? I don't think the math has changed since I went to school." And they said, "Oh no, we used another list with 190 names that we never showed you and you didn't know about."
So how is that your fault? Wouldn't it fall on
Well, thank you. Of course, I had no idea.
Right.
So I have appealed it. I appealed it through one level, which is called the Compliance Review Commission, which has 6 people on it, 3 from the Rules Committee and 3 from the Credentials Committee. I lost 6-0, believe it or not. They refused to let me speak at their hearing, and that now I have appealed it to the next level up. But more importantly, I have filed a lawsuit against the California Democratic Party. I think you just videoed me serving their lawyer.
Uh-huh.
Uh,
That's awesome.
yes, which would be very interesting. The other candidate, who has also filed a separate lawsuit, a side-by-side lawsuit, if you would. Her name is Maria Estrada. She is challenging Assembly Speaker Anthony Rendon for obvious reasons to progressives, because he shelved 5-6-2. Yeah, 6. I get
Single-handedly.
yes, single. Well,
Yeah, he single-handedly shelved 562, and
so what happened to Maria is similar to me, but equally egregious. She also turned in the necessary number, but unlike me, I turned mine in shortly before 5 o'clock. It was done electronically. Maria turned hers in at 11 a.m. on the day they were due. The moment she turned them in, the California Democratic Party provided her petition to the Rendon campaign. And people in the Rendon campaign began calling the people who signed the petition, trying to get them to withdraw or rescind their signatures. They were successful in 2 cases. After the door had slammed closed, after the 5 p.m. deadline, a day or 2 later, they sent letters to the CDP saying, "We're rescinding our votes." The authenticity of one of those letters we questioned, because one of the delegates allegedly rescinding doesn't speak English very well, and this was obviously written by somebody familiar with English. The CDP took these 2 letters, rescinded. They said, "Okay, these votes are rescinded. Sorry, Ms. Estrada, you too have been unsuccessful challenging Mr. Rendon, and you're not on it." So her lawsuit is the legal theory is the same, the facts are different. So I just served it. The CDP has 30 days to respond, and we'll see what happens next.